days po yung term break.
How much was your tuition fee?
Paano kung wala kang ties sa Pinas? Nurse po ang natapos ko dito sa Pinas pero never ako nag-work as one. Pinagbigyan ko lang parents ko and gusto ko talaga is-stay. So, like, very familiar! Good ba na mag-tourist visa muna then convert to international student pagdating dyan? Kaya bang matustusan ng 48 hours per fortnight ang tuition?
So yeah, ang dami niya guys. Over. Let's answer this. Let's go. Gusto ko din sana mag-work sa aged care. Mahirap po ba maghanap ng work dyan? Hindi naman po siya mahirap. Marami naman po hiring. But you just need to have the experience. You need to have certain certificates kasi may mga requirements. As long as ma-check mo lahat ng requirements, they'll consider you naman. Ang dami work sa Seek, sa Indeed. Ang dami naman. Mas mabuti if may ma-refer ka ng mga nag-work na doon sa gusto mong pagtrabahuan. Okay? Hello, I've been watching your vlogs recently po. I'm currently processing nursing diploma in Australia. Tanong po sana ako since wala pong postgrad visa ang diploma, ano po yung pwedeng gawin? Plano ko po sana once I graduate nursing diploma, I'll work as enrolled nurse to fund my schooling po. Gusto ko po sana mag-proceed ng BS nursing but since walang postgrad work yung visa, mahirap po yata. Baka po may idea kayo what to do. Kung another visa pwede applyan or alternative gawin to stay in Australia and continue schooling. May PR pathway po kayo to. Sana po mapansin. Thank you. Hello, Therese! Kung magna-nursing ka, go for it. Yung diploma, wala siyang postgrad. But if you're going to apply for another visa to study bachelor's, I'm pretty sure mag-grant ka agad. Kasi it's a higher education and it's bachelor's. Yung studies mo sa diploma mo, yung parang i-credit na yan. So you're not going to study full, I think 3 years na So, maliless na lang yung studies mo sa bachelor's later on. So, go for nursing. Lahat ng mga classmates ko na 20 years old, 21, sabi na, ate, anong gagawin ko? Study nursing. Nursing, healthcare. Go. Walang problema yan. Hindi mawawala. Skills list yan. So, healthcare. Yun lang talaga yung masasagot ko na legit. Nursing. Study nursing. Wala kang problema. As long as you have the money, go study nursing. Healthcare lang talaga, guys. Yun yung the best pathway. Hindi ka ma-worry kung matatanggal siya sa skills list. Hindi ka ma-worry for sponsorship later on kasi maraming naghahanap ng nurses. Very, very short. So, study nursing, go Therese. Hello, ma'am. Tanong lang po habang nagsuschool ng aged care course, pwede na po ba mag-apply ng aged care job o mga ilang months po bago ka maka-apply? You cannot work in an aged care facility kung wala kang Certificate 3 of Individual Support. So, kailangan mo tapusin yung course. Although, yung ginagawa ng iba, mag-apply sila sa aged care for GSO. Ano ba yung GSO? General Services Officer. So, parang pwede silang mag-assist sa admin, pwede silang mag-assist sa cleaning, yung mga, assist everywhere, but not do the cares direct to the residents. Kasi, yung pag naging carer ka, you need to have the certificate. So, yeah, yun yung ginagawa ng iba para lang pasok na sila sa aged care. So, nag-apply sila as GSO. Ilang months bago maka-apply. Yung ginagawa ng iba, like ginawa ko, di ba may placement yan. So, yung placement is 120 hours siya. Ginalingan ko, guys. Ginalingan ko yung pagka-placement ko. Kasi, pag ginalingan mo yung placement mo dun sa aged care facility, pwede ka nilang i-absorb. By the 4th week, pwede kang mag-send ng letter to the manager expressing your interest to work here. So, explain mo lang na nasanay ka sa work, nagustuhan mo yung workplace, and, confident ka to do the job there. So, yung expression of interest, yun din yung nangyari sa akin. So, after ko mag-placement, 4th week ko na, last week ko na sa placement, nagsend ako ng letter sa management. Pag nagustuhan nila yung work mo, number 1 talaga na pwedeng mag-refer sa'yo is yung mga nurses. Yung mga nurses, yung mga staffs din na naging ka-buddy mo. They're going to observe din naman kung paano ka mag-work, paano ka towards the staff, kung ano. Important is my initiative. But, I will discuss this in a different vlog kasi hahaba na ang vlog na Q&A. Tama ka, Lods. If di ka mapili sa work, madali lang. International student din ako, tapos nag-work ako part-time diyan sa aged care. Sa Brisbane, although 20 hours per week lang po. Shout out from Menmen Official. Hello! Yeah, I think 20 hours per week dati pa to. Kasi ngayon, 24 hours na siya, 48 hours a fortnight. So yeah, kung hindi ka mapili sa work, ang daming pwedeng ma-work. Kung masipag ka lang, ang dami. True, that's true, men. DIY lang po student visa mo or dumaan po kayo sa agency. If dumaan po, pwede malaman ng agency. Yung name ng agency ko po is Sea Change Migration, si Miss Bless Favis. But, wala na po akong contact sa kanya. Siya yung tumulong sa akin na makapunta ako dito. Siya yung nag-process. Siya yung agent ko. Hello, Miss Bless. I'm sorry. Wala na talaga kaming contact ni Miss Bless nung nawala din ako online. Hi po, sana mapansin. I just want to ask if may tinatanggap silang Muslim or tinanggap po ba ang hijab pag nag-work dyan? Yes, Australia is a very multicultural. Always nilang pinaprioritize na no to bullying in the workplace, no to racism. Actually, yung sa work ko is very cutesy kasi may mga nakakasama akong naghihijab, different religions, iba-iba talaga. And you know what? Nakikita ko sila sa staff room na during our break, dun sila nagpre-pray. So yeah, tinatanggap. It doesn't matter kung ano yung religion mo. It doesn't matter kung ano yung race mo. It doesn't matter kung anong country ka nang galing. Important nilang tinitignan is paano ka magtrabaho. Yun lang. So, yes, kahit wag ka lang maghubad. Mag-work ka with clothes. Kahit, di ba guys, mas ma-worry yung company pag, hubaran. Hello sis, I want to ask how much it costs to graduate and how long the study duration is. Please answer. Thank you in advance. I think she meant how much yung course and how long yung study. Depende sa course na gusto mong kunin. So, hindi lahat the same. May paibaba. And sometimes then, na-notice ko or na-realize namin ng mga classmates ko na, bakit iba-iba tayo ng tuition every month? Kasi the time na they applied, may promo yung school. So, parang naging mas mababa yung naging tuition nila kesa sa iba or kesa sa akin. At some point, I was paying $1,000 a month na tuition. Tapos yung mga classmate ko, 800 lang. Paano? Or my classmates din ako na 1,500 yung binabayaran nila. Akin 1,000 lang or 1,300 yung binabayaran ng iba. So, depende siya. Kasi yung, of course, nagma-marketing din yung may promo sila. So, yun. Depende sa pag-apply mo kung kailan. At nakatali ba kung nakompleto mo yung 20 hours a week or 24 hours a week, 48 hours a fortnight? Malalaman ba yon ng government ng Australia? Halimbawa, lalampas ka ng required hours mo daw. Diba, delikado? Very delikado, guys, kasi pwedeng makancel yung visa mo. Talagang na-check nila yan. Kasi yung job mo dito, diba, is taxable. So, may tax and superannuation records ka. So, matitrace nila yun through your tax or your ABN, yung Australian Business Number if you provide service. May tinatawag dito na ATO, Australian Taxation Office, na doon nila sinishare yung tax and superannuation data mo. Also, yung mga employers, required sila mag-report. May employer recording din. So, employers are required to comply with Australian labor laws na ito yung mga employee namin, yung working hours nila to the government agencies. Yung nakikita nyo sa news na naharang sa immigration sa airport, hindi na nakapasok ulit or hindi na, kasi may visa compliance check din na nagaganap doon. May mga news din na student na to, naharang siya sa airport, hindi na siya pinapasok, pinabalik ng after niya magbakasyon sa country nila. Kasi nag-work siya over the required work hours or the limit. Isa pa doon is yung mga bank transaction, yung payslip mo, nakikita din doon kung how many hours. I-discuss ko to in a separate vlog din, yung about the job, about the process. Kasi, matitrace din nila yan sa bank transactions and payslips mo. Anonymous reports and tip-offs, my gosh, ito yon. Ito yung mga maritasing. So, May mga nakakakilala sa'yo na pwede ka nilang i-report, especially if, alam mo na, yung mga siraan, yung mga, inggitan, ganyan. So, pwede ka din nila i-report and tip off. So, yung sinasabi dito, the Australian government encourages people to report visa breaches through hotlines or online tip-offs. If someone reports you, for example, a colleague, an employer, or someone who hates you, someone who's inggit, immigration may investigate. So yeah, pwede. Ask ko lang po, mahirap po ba yung course na aged care? Hindi po. Actually, hindi po. As long as you have the heart, you have the passion to really, take care of the elderly. And with working there, it's going to be in a separate vlog. I'm not going to discuss it here kasi ang laki niya to be discussed. It's going to be in a separate vlog. But I'll explain more. Pwede ba mag-apply ng driver's license dyan kahit student visa lang? Pwede kaya magmotor? Yes, pwede naman. Pwede siya. Pwede ka mag-apply ng driver's license and pwede ka din magmotor. As long as you follow yung traffic rules, yung rules nila, i-research mo lang bago mo gawin. About the license, may mga exams. Yeah, may mga exams na kailangan mong i-pass aside from the actual driving exam. So, as long as ma-pass mo yan lahat, pwede siya. Pwede mo din gamitin yung Philippine driver's license mo kasi if you're a student, hindi ka permanent dito sa Australia, di ba? Temporary lang tayo dito. So, you can still use yung driver's license mo as long as hindi siya expired, pwede kang mag-drive. Magkano po yung house rent? Depende po kung whole house ba, kung shared accommodation ba siya, or yung sa mga uni na accommodation. Depende po. But so far, yung mga pinakamura na shared accommodation, yung room lang yung i-rent mo, may kasama ka iba sa house, around 220 to 50, ganyan na po yung rate per week. Hi, can you share po, update po sa restrictions this 24? I will still, 2025 na pala ngayon. I will try my best to research and study para malaman ko yung mga updates. Although, there are, migration and education agents na always nag-update online. Research mo lang sa TikTok or sa YouTube. Marami din, dun mas legit na makakakuha ka ng update sa restrictions sa mga agent. Hi po, meron po ba kayong kakilala or connection dyan sa Australia na tumulong sa inyo para or independent po kayo? Wala po akong relatives dito. Wala po akong pamilya dito. Although, nalaman ko lang itong pwede pala akong maging international student from a friend na nandito. But in connection sa process, wala po talaga akong naging connection. So, yung yung naging process ko lang is based sa course ko, based sa experience ko. So, yeah, walang naging connection to help me para makapunta dito. Hi, madam! Legit po ba yung migration agent nyo? Please respond naman po sa mga comments. Madam, hindi po ako makakarating ng Australia kung hindi naging legit yung agent ko. So yes, legit po siya. Wala na lang po kaming communication ngayon kasi hindi na po ako nag-i-agent. But her name is Miss Bless Favis of Sea Change Migration. I'm not sure if she is still doing it, but it's worth to research or worth to search online. Sea Change Migration or si Miss Bless Favis. So, siya po yung naging agent ko para makarating po dito sa Australia. So, legit naman po siguro ang totoo, hindi naman po ako anino dito. Yes, legit po siya. Yes! Nasagot ko na lahat! So yan, I hope na nasatisfy kayo sa mga naging sagot ko. Again, this is just based on experience, yung mga knowledge na nakuha ko from friends, yung mga stories from friends na mga kilala ko. Hindi po ito gawa-gawa. So, based po ito sa lahat ng narinig ko, lahat ng nabasa ko, experience ko. Okay? So, if you wanna make sure, yung may re-recommend ko lang po, if you wanna make sure na maging easy yung process nyo, talk to a migration and an education agent. para matulungan po kayo, okay? Para hindi masayang yung money, hindi masayang yung time, and hindi masayang yung effort nyo. So with the jobs, with my budgeting, with, everything else na feeling ko, yung mga nasabi ko before na malaki siya to discuss, I will do it in a separate vlog. Okay, guys? Hindi ko na pahahabain tong vlog na ito, yung Q&A, kasi feeling ko ang haba na sa dami ng questions na nasagot. Guys, thank you for watching. See you on the next vlog. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye!